Meron na po, sir.
Meron na, meron na. Kay Antoinette, wala pa.
Naririnig po yung ulan, sir.
Hindi naman. Hindi naman. Arlie, naririnig mo yung ulan?
Hindi po.
Hindi po. Kay Teacher Rona, okay naman? Wala naman, Teacher Rona, okay naman. Kami, naririnig mo, Teacher Rona?
Opo, sir, nag-headset na po ako.
Sige, sige. Okay yan, may headset. It's better. Much better.
So, magiging teacher nyo ngayon, teacher. Rinalyn. Okay. So, magiging teacher nyo. Teacher Rinalyn.
Wala yung time.
Makinig kayo, ha? Okay, so, sa kanya muna ang trono ngayon. Sige. Transfer ko na sa'yo, teacher Rinalyn. Ito na, ang may-ari ng
Time check. I can check to my monitor.
103 po, sir.
103. Last 2 minutes. Tumangkad ka na ba, Arlie?
Wait lang, ba't ang
Opo.
Oh, kala ko hindi pa eh. The last na face-to-face is, what grade are you? Grade 3, no? Oh,
Chair 5-1 na po ako.
uy, 5'1 na si Arlie, oh. Isang inch na lang, no? 1 inch na lang, pwede ka na sa police.
Terminology.
Oh, police ka na. At syempre, grade 5 ka pa lang. Tingin ko, hindi lang magiging 5'1 or 5'2 ang height mo. Tatangkad ka pa. Ba yung gusto mo? After high school. Pag-usapan nga natin habang naghihintay. Wala pa. Wala pang decision. Medyo bata-bata pa.
Sir, it's already 105 po.
Okay, it's already 1:05. Thank you for the info, Teacher Rana. Kasi naka-share screen tayo. Hindi ko na makita yung time ko dito sa monitor. So, you can start. Early makinig kay Teacher Rona. I think kung makakahabol man si Antoinette, makinig na lang din siya. Okay? Basta humabol na lang. Makikita naman natin dito sa monitor pag umappear yung pagpasok ni Antoinette together with Sarah Gwen kung makakapasok si Sarah Gwen. But for now, even though mag-isa mo lang, please makinig kay Teacher Ronalyn. Medyo mahaba yung topic kasi. Okay, start na po, teacher.
Good afternoon, grade 5. Nag-isa mo lang. Good afternoon, Arlie. Okay. How is your day?
Okay lang po.
Again?
Okay lang.
Okay. Nice to hear that. So, before we jump into our next lesson, let's have first a short recap regarding to your previous lesson. So, last meeting, we tackled about
Ecosystem.
okay, very good. We tackled about the ecosystem. What do you remember about our topic? Ano yung natatandaan mong natakal natin kahapon about the ecosystem? We tackled about
Sir, wait lang. Huli pa akong pwesto, sir. Hindi pa po ako ng pwesto.
Ay, sige, sige.
Make it fast, Arlie. Pati ako, inaayos ko yung camera. Medyo hindi ko nagugustuhan yung angle. Mahaba naman yung connector ng cam. Ayun.
Okay,
Andito na si Antoinette.
Good afternoon, Antoinette.
Antoinette, kaka-start lang namin. Please start your video, Antoinette.
Sir, wait lang.
Make it fast. Make it fast. Medyo mahaba yung topic. Ayun. Okay. Okay, start pa lang ng review.
Okay.
Makinig na. Yan na si Antoinette tsaka si Arlie. Start na, teacher.
Okay, what do you remember about our topic last meeting?
Food chain.
Yes, very good. We tackled about food chain. Ano pa? We tackled about
Food web.
food web and also biotic and abiotic. So ano
Yes.
ulit yung tawag or ibang tawag sa biotic environment? Kung natatandaan nyo pa. Again?
Symbiotic ba, Chair? Or
Yes.
yung
Yes, biotic.
living?
Lakasan nyo lang yung sagot ninyo, please. Nasa online tayo, dapat medyo mas malakas.
Living?
Living things.
Okay, very good. Yung ibang tawag naman sa abiotic environment, ano yun?
Non-living.
Non-living things. So, do you have any questions about our topic last meeting?
Wala
Okay.
na.
Now, I have here an activity. We can call this activity Define Me. In this activity, you need to define the picture below. Do you understand the direction? Okay. What is this figure?
Snake.
Okay, very good. This one,
Parrot.
parrot or
bird.
birds,
Fish.
fish. Very good. And last,
Horse.
horse. So, do you have any idea what our topic for today? It's all about?
Animal.
Okay, very good. It's all about the animals. So, our topic for today is vertebrates and invertebrates. So, vertebrates. What is vertebrates? Is an animal that has a spinal column, also called spinal. What is the next sentence? I mean, next word. Again?
Or backbone.
Or backbone. And the cranium, brain case. The backbone
Or spine.
or spine support the skeleton of the body. The spine is a long
Column of
column
of
bones
bones.
called vertebrae that can found along back
Of an animal.
of an animals. Most vertebrates have vertebrae made of bone,
But shark.
okay,
Bones.
sharks and other species have vertebrae made of cartilage. So, yung vertebrates daw ay isang uri ng hayop na may spinal
column, also called spinal or backbone. So, yung, di ba sa atin ang tawag sa atin ng backbone natin sa likod is spinal cord. I am right? So, yung vertebrates daw, mayroon din silang backbone. So, what is cranium? Yung cranium is part of the skull that enclose the brain. Mayroon siyang, yung vertebrates daw, may nakapalibot or may ang tawag dito, may palibot like like marshmallow, 'di ba minsan napapalibutan yun pwede natin yung palibutan ng chocolates, 'di ba? Parang ganun yung cranium. So, and what is cartilage? Ito naman yung strong but flexible material found in some parts of the body. So, yung animals na vertebrae is flexible. But meron siyang backbone. Naintindihan ba?
Yes.
Okay. Vertebrates are divided into 5 groups or classes. First, we have mammals or class Mammalia, a type of animals that feeds milk to its young and that usually has hair for covering of its skin. So, yung mammals ay mayroong napapalibot.
Fur.
Yes, fur. And sila yung mga animals na
ng anak nila.
Okay, very good. Matatawag ba nating mammals yung dog?
Yes.
Yes. Yung cat, Antoinette, matatawag ba nating mammals, yung cat? Yes, kasi nagpapagatas din siya ng kanyang mga anak. These are the example of mammals. We have armadillo, ass, bat, deer, cat, cow, and so on. So maraming
Mammals.
yes, maraming mammals. Next, birds or class aves. Can you read, Antoinette?
Are warm-blooded vertebrates distinguished by having the body more or less completely covered with feathers and forelimbs modified as wings?
Okay, very good. So, ibig sabihin ng birds or class aves ay makikilala natin sila sa pamamagitan ng napapalibutan sila ng what?
Feathers.
Feathers. So, can you give an example of birds or class aves?
Dove.
Dove. Okay. Ano pa?
Parrot.
Okay, very good. Parrot. So, yung forelimbs, ito yung sa batok ng birds. So, these are the example of birds or class aves, we have owl, duck, and so on. So, aves is a class of Phyllium chordata. It includes all the birds. Okay? Next is reptiles. Can you read, Arlie, what is reptiles or class Reptilia?
An animal such as lizard, snake, turtle, or alligator that has cold-blooded, they lay eggs, and that has body covered with scales or hard parts.
Okay. So, yung reptiles daw, malalaman natin sa pamamagitan ng scale. Scale and hard parts. Matatawag ba natin? Okay. The example of reptiles or class Reptilia are turtle. 'Di ba yung turtle, yung bahay niya is hard parts? Yung snake, mayroon siyang
Scales.
scales. And then the crocodile. 'Di ba matigas yung or magaspang yung skin niya, 'di ba? So, matatawag ba nating reptiles yung fish kasi 'di ba? Sabi dito, body covered with scales. Matatawag ba natin reptiles yung fish? Yes, it is no kasi they all move by crawling. So, nagko-crawl lang daw yung mga reptiles on their four limbs except yung snake kasi wala siyang
Paa.
Okay, very good. In fact, the word reptiles originated from saan nanggaling yung word na reptiles? In
Latin word.
Okay, very good Latin word. And it means crawling. So, yung reptiles daw in Latin words means crawling. The first reptiles over, what is the next word? Over
300 million.
300 million years ago. And now they can be found in all types of habitats from terrestrial to aquatic and arboreal. The saltwater crocodile is the largest living species in this class. So, sa groups ng reptiles, ang pinakamahaba is what? The
Crocodile.
Very good. The saltwater crocodile. Next, amphibians or class Amphibia are cold-blooded animals that live both on land and in water. So, yung amphibians daw, or yung animals na amphibians is, ito yung mga hayop na pwedeng tumira sa land or sa water. Like, what? Antoinette, can you give an example?
Crocodile.
Yes, very good. Pwede din. Kasi pwedeng mabuhay yung crocodile sa land and then sa water. Ano pa ba? Yung frog, pwede ba? Yes. So this is the types of amphibians. We have frog, toad, salamander, and so on. Next, let's move on to the fish or class species. Are cold-blooded animals that live in water. So alam naman natin na ang fish ay nakatira lamang sila sa water, di ba? More than half of all known fishes live only on the sea. So hindi lahat ng alam nating fish ay nakatira sa sea. Di ba yung sea is maalat? So, hindi lahat ay nakatira doon. They are saltwater or marine fishes. Other fishes live in fresh
Water.
water
Fresh
such
water.
as lakes, rivers, and streams. So, can you give an example ng fish na nakatira sa sea, sa dagat? Antoinette.
Goldfish.
Okay, very good. Goldfish. Pero yung goldfish, pwede siyang tumira sa lakes, 'di ba? Nakakita naman na kayo ng goldfish sa 'di ba? Sa Manawag. Kung nagsisimba kayo doon. Okay. Ano pa? Sa lakes or sa rivers? Ano? Namimingwit ba kayo?
Bangs.
Bangus? Mm,
Sir,
feeling ko yung bangus is pang salt lang.
Sir, tilapia, tsura.
Yes, tilapia. Yung tilapia pwede. Namimingwit siguro si Antoinette kaya alam niya, di ba? Ay, okay, no. Si Sir kaya? Si Sir Ben kaya namimingwit?
Yes, pero merong fresh water sa milkfish. Those are ponds, yung mga nagkukan ng tawag tayo dito, cultured. Hindi siya salt water. So the milkfish or the bangus one, yung nabanggit na early, pwede siya sa corn.
Sa
Pwede
lakes.
siya sa
din
fresh
naman, sir.
water.
Okay.
Namimingwit din po ako.
Oh,
Pero
yun. So,
ibang one iba yung bingwit something yung parang hobby no? But yung nasubukan ko is the net one. Mahirap
okay,
pala.
so nalaman natin na pwede pala yung bangus.
Yes,
Si
the
Arlie
cultured
is
one.
correct.
The cultured.
Kasi hindi ako sure. So, yun.
Kaya
This,
cultured sa ponds, sa mga fish ponds.
these are the types of fish that malabo ata. Goldfish, yun. Flying fish. Dolphins. Di ba yung dolphins sa sea? Next. Let's move on to the invertebrates. So what is invertebrates? Arlie.
is an animal without a backbone. Invertebrates are far greater in number than vertebrates.
Okay. Thank you. So, yung invertebrates naman daw is walang backbone. Di ba yung vertebrates kanina sabi, mayroon silang backbone. So, mas madami daw yung invertebrates kaysa sa vertebrates. Any animals that lacks a vertebral column or backbone. What is the next word? Backbone.
In contrast,
Contrast to the cartilaginous or bony vertebrates. More than 90% of living species are invertebrates. So, marami yung mga invertebrates kaysa sa
Vertebrates.
vertebrates. Invertebrates are important as agricultural pests, parasites, or
Agents for the transmission.
transmission of parasitic infections to humans and other
Vertebrates.
vertebrates. Invertebrates serves as foods for humans. So yung invertebrates daw ay nagbibigay siya ng food para sa atin. Okay? Oh. And are elements ba?
Elements in food.
Elements in food chains that supports birds, fish, and many other vertebrates. So ano yung pagkakaiba ng invertebrates tsaka ng vertebrates?
Sure, yung vertebrates sila yung nagbibigay sa atin na
Yes?
food. Mga vertebrates. Bibigay sila sa atin.
Pwede ay yung vertebrates din naman pwedeng magbigay din siya ng foods, di ba? Like cow. Di ba yung cow nagbibigay siya ng fresh milk sa atin.
The meat.
Meat.
Meat of a cow, meat of a pig.
Mm-mm.
Those are vertebrates.
Yes. So, ang pagkakaiba ng invertebrates tsaka vertebrates is yung vertebrates has no, yung invertebrates has walang
Bone.
backbone. Yun, very good. Next. Invertebrates are divided into different groups or classes, namely, first, arthropods. Arthropods is an invertebrates animals having exoskeleton, segmented body, and paired
Jointed.
jointed appendages. So, yun yung arthropods. Mayroon siyang exoskeleton, segment body, paired jointed appendages. We have 4 subgroups of arthropods. First, insects. Can you read, Antoinette, what is insects?
Insects have a 3-part body: head, thorax, and abdomen. 3 pairs of jointed legs, compound eyes, and 1 pair of antennae. Insects are the most diverse group of animals. They include more than 1 million described species and represent more than half of all known living organisms.
Okay, thank you. So, yung insects daw have a 3 parts of body. We have
The
head, thorax, and abdomen. So, what is this pair of antennae? Alam nyo ba kung ano yung antennae? Yun yung parang sungay.
Antenna.
Oo, yes, antenna. Very good. So, they have 3 pairs of jointed legs. So, ilan yung paa ng insects? Bale, 3 pairs. 6. Okay, very good.
nakamute siya.
Nakamute si Arlie. 6.
Sumagot
This-
ka early, nakamute ka.
Okay, these are the example of insects. Bee, beetle, ant, butterfly, mosquito, and so on. So, bakit natawag na insects yung ants? Kasi
Marami siyang paa.
marami siyang paa and then
Antenna din.
antennae, and she
Maliit.
has head, thorax, and abdomen. Next, arachnids. Can you read, Antoinette, what is... Ay, Arlie.
Kapag may
Arlie.
tanong kayo, wag maiyang magtanong.
Nakabasa pa lang ni Antoinette.
Are spiders, harvestements, mites, and ticks, and their relatives like scorpions that do not live in Michigan.
Arachnids
All arachnids have 8 legs, and unlike insects, they don't have antennae.
antennae,
The bodies of arachnids are divided into 2 sections. The
cephalothoraxis,
cephalothorax in front and the abdomen behind.
Okay, so yung arachnids daw is like spiders, harvestments, mites, and ticks. And their relatives like scorpions that do not live in Michigan. So yung all the arachnids have, ilan yung paa nila?
8.
8. Eh dun sa sa insects, ilan? We have 6. Very good. Pero yung arachnids, wala siyang
Antenna.
antennae or yung parang sungay, di ba? So, the bodies of arachnids divided into 2 sections. The cephalothoraxis in front and the abdomen behind. So, dadalawa lang yung parts ng arachnids. So, ano yung pagkakaiba ng insects tsaka yung arachnids? Antoinette, ano yung pagkakaiba nila? Yung arachnids, mayroon siyang ilan yung paa niya? We have
4 na legs. Ay, 8 pala, Chair.
8 legs. Very good. Yung sa insects naman is 3 pairs, 'di ba? 6 na paa. Pero yung insects mayroong antennae, pero yung arachnids wala. Okay. These are the example of arachnids. Next, crustaceans. Crustaceans from a large, diverse arthropod taxon which includes such animals as crabs,
Lobsters.
crayfish,
Shrimps.
shrimps, prawns,
Krill.
woodlice, and
barnacles.
so yung crustaceans is magkakaibang arthropods taxon, which includes animals as this. These are the example of crustaceans. So we have crayfish, crabs, like that. Next, myropods is a subphylum of arthropods containing millipedes, centipedes, and others. The group contains over 6,000 species, most of which are terrestrial. So, yung myropods is subphylum ng mga arthropods na naglalaman ng millipedes or centipedes. So, yung groups na to is nagko-contain siya ng 6,000 species. These are the example of myropods. We have Chelopoda, Diploda, and Pauropoda. Did you get at class? Okay, next. Mollusks. Can you read, Antoinette, what is mollusks? Antoinette?
Sure, babasahin ko, Chair.
Yes.
Mollusk.
Mollusk.
Mollusks, all the animals in the seashore that are covered with the shells have soft bodies and no bones. Mollusk means soft. Sometimes they are called shellfish.
Okay, very good. Thank you. So, yung mollusks is an animals in the seashores that covered a what? Covered a
Shells.
shells and have soft
Bodies.
bodies and no bones. Wala silang buto. So, yung mollusks daw is, it means soft, malambot. Sometimes they are called shellfish. Ano yung tawag sa atin no, kapag makasarili ka, di ba? Shellfish. Okay. So, can you give an example of mollusks, Arlie?
Marami yan, marami yan. Bigay kayo ng sample. Ba kinakain
Chair,
ninyo?
lizard, chair.
Hala, lizard. May shell ba yun?
May shell ba yan? So, shell. Oh.
Nabanggit kanina yung lizard nasa
Snail.
vertebrate.
Snail.
Again? Snail? Yes, snail. Kasi malambot siya, di ba? Can we, matatawag ba nating example ng mollusk, yung jellyfish?
Chair, oyster.
Oyster? Yes.
Oyster ba yun?
Yung jellyfish, matatawag ba nating example ng mollusk? Jellyfish. Yes, kasi
Wala siya. So,
these are the example of mollusk. Snail, si Arlie, di ba? Sinabi mo. Oyster, very good, Antoinette. Mussels, barnacles, yung
squid.
Octopus. At marami pang iba. Next. For reference or sponge. Invertebrates, animals comprising the sponge and having a cellular grade of constructions without true tissue or organ formation, but with the body permeated by canals and chambers, through which a current of water flows and passes. in its course through one or more cavities lined with schwannocytes. So, yung peripherance ay nagpagkakaroon ng cellular grades na nagko-construct without tissue. 'Di ba? Yung sponge, 'di ba? Mas kilala na sino yung natatandaan yung cartoon dito sa sponge. Si
SpongeBob.
Okay, very good. Si
Roberto.
Bob.
Si Roberto Esponja, no? Yan yun.
Sir, hindi po.
Yun.
Si Roberto Esponja is the Filipino version of SpongeBob. Bob stands for Roberto.
Si SpongeBob
Esponja,
yung
no? Yun. Kaya tawag yan, Robertong Esponja.
Okay. So, na may natutunan tayo kay Sir. Si Roberto Esponja, Sir? Esponja?
Tagalize lang siya ng SpongeBob SquarePants. Kasi
Okay.
tinagalize yun.
So, these are the example of reference or sponge.
What is container tag?
Next, echinoderms. Scientific name is Echinodermata. Okay, are a major group of only marine animals. So, yung echinoderms is group of only marine animals. The name comes from the Greek word for spiny skin. So, yung echinoderms is nanggaling sa Greek word na spiny skin. There are about 7,000 species found usually in the seafloor in the every marine habitat. From the intertidal zone to the oceans have a wide variety of colors. So, yung echinoderms is like starfish. Crinoid sea cucumber, brittle star sea urchin. So, yung species na to is about 7,000 species. Kuha ba? Antoinette. Okay. Sophie, colenterate. Can you read, Arlie, what is colenterate?
An aquatic invertebrate animal of phylum
Phylum.
that
That
includes
is phylum.
Ay, phylum. Okay,
Yes, po.
phylum that includes jellyfishes, corals, and sea anemones.
Animals.
They are distinguished by having a tube or cup-shaped body and a single opening ringed with tentacles.
Okay, so yung colenterate daw is, ano yung shape niya? Having each shape
Cup-shaped body.
or cup shape.
Shaped body, yes.
Okay. So yung jellyfish ba, matatawag nating colenterate? Yes? Arlie, matatawag ba nating colenterate yung jellyfish?
Ano lang.
Yes.
I mean Antoinette. Antoinette, maaari ba nating matawag na example ng colenterate yung jellyfish? Yes. Kasi yung jellyfish is like a
Cup-shaped body.
shape body.
Shape body.
Very good. These are the example of coleonterates: jellyfish, hydra, metrium, and obelia. So sa example na to, mas familiar ako dito sa jellyfish. Kayo ba? Dito sa example na to, familiar ba kayo dito sa tatlo? No. So, mas kilala natin yung
Fish.
jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
So, yung corals din is matatawag nating coleonterates. So, last, worms. Can you read, Antoinette, what is worms?
Antoinette, basahin daw yung what is the meaning of worms.
Worms are invertebrates that have soft, slender bodies. Invertebrate animals commonly called worms include annelids, earthworms, and marine polychaete or bristile worms. Nematodes, roundworms, platyhelminths, platyhelminthes, flatworms,
or flatworms.
Marine nemertine worms,
Or
bootleys worms, marine chital or arrowworms, rheapolid worms, and insect larvae such as grubs and maggots.
okay, so yung worms are invertebrates that have soft and slender bodies. So, di ba yung worms? Nakakita na ba kayo ng worms? Okay, di ba? Yung meron bang buto yung worms? Wala. Okay. So, yung di ba yung worms is malambot, di ba? Nakahawak na ba kayo? Nahawakan niyo na ba yung worms? Okay. Kapag namimingwit, yun yung pinapain nila. So, yung worms is have soft and slender bodies. Invertebrate animals commonly called worms includes annelids or earthworms and marine polychaete or bristile worms. Nematodes or roundworms. Nakakain na ba kayo ng worms na nanggagaling sa ng nyog, 'di ba? Matatawag ba 'yun ng sir, roundworms po 'yun?
Roundworm siya. Mas kilala siya sa uok, tama ba? I think uok ang tawag doon. Or yung sa atin here in Pangasinan, that is ambaling. Okay, kasi ang kinakain nila is the roots. Actually, the roots. So, pero pwede silang umakyat sa puno ng nyog, papatayin nila yung puno ng nyog. So, they are also a pest. Peste sila eh. So, bumabawi yung mga tao, yung mga especially the farmers,
Gawin nyo na lang yan.
nalaman nila na pwede palang kainin, no? So, pag nagbubungkal sila, marami sila nakukuhang kinakain na lang. Di ba?
Oh,
Kaya
Antoinette
ginagawang
and Arlie, nakakain na ba kayo ng roundworms?
the uok one. Together with earthworm, actually ang earthworm ay kinukultured na siya.
Yes.
Okay,
po.
kinukultured
Sa
siya.
tumutulong siya sa
at
taba ng soil.
ginagawa na rin siyang hotdog. Baka hindi nyo nalalaman, the earthworm. I think may mga hotdogs na made in worms. But hindi yung worm na nakikita nyo na nakakadiri. Hindi siya, kasi cultured siya.
Yung
Pero
alumbay.
yes. Pag makikita mo talaga siya, medyo nakakadiri. Pero pag naging hotdog na siya, hotdog na yan. 'di ba? Hindi mo mai-imagine yun na that is made of worms, 'di ba? And this invertebrate, the worms, that is the basic example of invertebrate. Kasi sila naman talaga ang mostly na nakikita ng mga tao, ng mga bata, di ba? Na mga walang buto, sabi nga natin, that is invertebrate. Sige, Char, tuloy lang po.
Okay. So, yun. Thank you, Sir Ben. So, do you have any questions regarding to our topic, class? Sure kayo? Wala na? Naintindihan nyo naman? Yes.
You can
Okay.
have your questions. Huwag kayong mahihiya kay Teacher Rona. Kayo maglala, sasagutin namin yan.
Are you sure? Wala na kayong questions? Okay. So, since we are... okay. These are the example of the worms.
Sa right.
Yun,
Tapos pindutin mo yun. Tapos hanapin mo
Okay. Yung worm...
make a hose.
So, nakakita na ba kayo ng this? Oh, wait. Where's my... ito. Yung... Ang tawag...
Leech.
Thank you.
Anong tawag natin sa Pangasinan?
Linta.
Oh,
Ayun.
yun, linta.
That is
Nakagat na ba
leech.
kayo ng linta? Or nakakita?
Dito na kayo. Click number 2.
Yes. Sir, di ba itong linta, dalawa po yung yung
Dito pa.
Dalawa po yung
head?
oo. Pero, no. This is one head lang to kasi this is blood-sucked invertebrate. So, ito kasi pag lumapit to sa inyo, automatic to kakagat to. Pag tinignan mo sa microscope yung mga ngipin nito, talagang matatalim. Pag kumagat ito,
Mahirap
hindi
siyang
siya
tanggalin.
hindi siya matatanggal hangga't hindi siya nabubusog sa dugo. So this is
ang
blood-sucked.
lagyan nyo ng asin.
Ayun.
Asin.
Salt siya.
Or tapikin nyo ng malakas para para matanggal.
Especially in swamp. Kasi yung mga natanasan ko na mapunta sa swamp eh. No?
So,
Even in Jessica Soho, napapanood na rin, may mga maliliit na leech na minsan pag humangin na nadadala sila, so sobrang liit nila, pwedeng pumunta sa mata. Ewan ko napanood din nyo yung KMJS noon na may pumuntang leech sa mata na ang hirap tanggalin. Sobrang hirap tanggalin lang.
sir,
Pakita natin yung
ginagawa
video.
din po yung sa mga massage, yung pang
Yes.
pinag-ano
leech.
din nila ng mga pimples.
Apo, leech therapy siya. Ginagawa na siya. Especially sa other countries. Ewan ko, nag-adapt na Pinoy eh. Here in Philippines, inadapt na siya. Pero sabi nila, nakakatulong talaga siya parang massage something or tawag nila is leech therapy. Parang may therapy silang nagagawa. Lalo na yung mga siguro yung pag sumipsip ng dugo, yung dugo na alam mo yung toxic blood siguro ng tao yung nakukuha nila. Especially yung mga namamaga, ganun, yung part ng katawan mo. Doon nila sip-sip doon sa tinatawag nating leech, yung linta.
Pero kailangan yung malinis na linta, hindi yung nanggaling sa palayan, sa ilog, ganun. Okay?
Tama. That is cultured.
Okay. Do you have any question, class? So, since we are done to our topic, let's move on to your activity. So, yung activity na andito is nasa module nyo lang din. Okay?
Same with your module daw, Antoinette and Arlie. What page, teacher?
34.
34. So you can answer page 34, no?
Time check.
Diretsong kuha na to, Teacher Rona.
Sir?
Diretsong activity na to.
Yes po, sir.
Sige.
And then sharpen.
Sige. Ako na lang mag-screen. Mag-share screen.
Sige po, sir.
You can
Thank you for listening, Antoinette.
thank you daw, Antoinette and Early.
Ilipat ko lang po, sir.
Sige po. Balik po sa akin yung hosting, ah.
Yes, sir.
Bukas, third quarter na tayo.
Okay na po.
Okay na po.
Kasi hindi ako nakapaglagay ng lesson 3 sa second quarter. Hindi ako nakapag-insert.
This will be your activity. Anong page na yun? Page 34 daw. That is ang